What's up, everybody? It's Make It Make Sense. We're here for another video. And guys, in what world are we having a conversation about Porsha, Falynn, Dennis, and Marlo? Like the video as my intro plays. Less than 10% of y'all are liking the video. It definitely helps my channel. And we're going to get right into it because this one is crazy.
Make it make sense. Could somebody please make it make sense?
Big moves. Surfer. Make it make sense. Tell me how you squeeze it. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things that you see. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things of your dreams. Hey, let me work out all the things in between. Make it make sense. Tell me how you squeeze it. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things that you see. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things of your dreams. Hey, let me work out all the things in between. Make it make sense.
Okay, sorry, that intro still gets me. So guys, we have a couple sponsors. They pay the bills. So I want to first shout out Every Hue Beauty. They are one of our newest sponsors. And Porsha's Family Matters, our other sponsors. Definitely go out and support these. Definitely go out and support our sponsors. Now to the seriousness. So this all started because Falynn posted this comment. She says, "It's with deep sadness in our hearts that we have decided to end our journey as a couple. Though we love each other very much, we feel it's best to part ways. Our bond as friends and family will never be broken. We ask privacy matter." So basically, that's Falynn and her newest ex-fiance, child's father. In a serious note, Falynn did lose a baby recently, but she did have a little girl with Jalen maybe like a couple years ago now. So Jalen and Falynn are broken up. Simon he posts this picture. It says, "The Gobati is still honeymooning from Paris to Malta and now Costa Rica. 2 weddings, 3 honeymoon locations. God is good." I don't think anything of that. Even though he posted that after Falynn posted hers, but then the blog got a hold of it and they are saying that Simon posted this to shade Falynn because his relationship is doing great while hers fizzled up. Now, I don't think it could have been shade, but that's not the story here, guys. That is not the story. This could have been shade, but I don't think Falynn really cared about all those things that Porsha cares about, like the extraness, the houses, the cars. You know, when she was with Jalen, he didn't have any money. Put my allegedly banner up. So she was with him for love. It's different than the whole Porsha Simon thing. But anyway, this is where things start getting tricky. I don't think that Simon did that to shade her because Porsha and Simon live their relationship on Instagram. They have an Instagram official relationship. They post everything on Instagram, including this, which was horrible. And she quickly took it down. She posted a picture of herself bent over saying, "Smell the sea." Guys, I can't make this up. Instagram official relationships. She took it down though. So again, I'm not thinking anything of it. I was going to run the story as part of something else. But then as I'm looking through, I see this one. Nene and Sonia and Marlo are hanging out at a Marlo Hampton event, which is no big deal. Nene's been hanging out with Marlo again. Some people are saying it might be because she's trying to get Bravo's attention. Who knows? But Nyack was on the step and repeat. So the step and repeat is basically where your sponsors get to display their brand logo. So Marlo was the person who threw the party. Nyack sponsored it. Nyack is owned by Dennis McKinley, which is Porsha's ex-fiance / baby daddy. Now, my wheels started turning. I'm like, okay, that's interesting. Why would he sponsor? I think that might have been her birthday party. Why would he sponsor that? It wasn't making a lot of sense. But then as I went through Marlo's Instagram, I saw that at multiple Marlo events, Nyack is the sponsor. And so I'm like, okay, that is a little, weird. Everybody gets money. But then I'm seeing At another NYAC sponsored event, which was when Marlo first got her peach last year, she invited Falynn. Now, I had already shown you guys this event because that was the event where Marlo was trying to twerk and she failed really, really, really bad. Like this was like the worst twerk in history. It was no movement. It was bad, right? So I'm like, okay, in what world is Marlo hanging out with Falynn? Like, okay, that was weird to me. So I'm going through Falynn's page and I noticed that Dennis has made Falynn like the face of his birthday tour. Crew is Dennis's lounge. Work when celebrate, if you see at the top of this picture, is Dennis. And then I go a little bit further. Let me take this off. And who has liked it but Marlo? So I'm like, wait. At Dennis sponsored events, Marlo is having Falynn. Wait, am I seeing this? Are y'all seeing this with me? This is weird. Like, why would Marlo, she's worked with Porsha for years, they've been friends. Why would you then befriend Falynn? Like, even if, we know the whole story, Falynn's beautiful, Porsha's beautiful, they hung out a couple times, then Porsha stole her husband. Side note, this was hilarious. This is what he wore to his wedding. He is this is Simon, neither a dignitary nor an officer, but he put, "My life is very intentional. So is my marriage. The look was designed to capture the seriousness of my intention as a man, destined for a successful marriage." That is a officer's jacket. What? Sorry. Moving on. So for me, it would be strange to have a friend do business. Well, first off, for Dennis to be working with Falynn and making her the face of his brand, it feels like he's trolling. It kind of felt like he was possibly trolling Porsha, which is very petty. I give Porsha a hard time over here, but some lines you just don't cross because y'all are co-parenting. That's weird. So then for Marlo to add injury to insult and do that, are y'all following me? Like, am I crazy here? That's weird. Also, we know that Marlo can't necessarily be trusted. No, I mean, she would be the type to be in bed with the enemy. And I'm not saying in bed like, I'm not saying this. I'm just saying, in bed with the enemy, which would be Falynn. And then if Dennis is trolling her, like, it gets very conflated. But let's move on. I want to show you why I think that this could be a problem. We knew back in season 10 that Marlo will do things to get back at people when she's hurt. What solidified it was this.
Did you go to the wedding? No, I didn't get an invite to the wedding.
To me, that says that Marlo and Porsha are definitely not friends, and this is probably why. Also, let's go back to season 10.
Moving on to bigger and greater things. Junior, seriously. Congratulations on your marriage. Everyone else that met him.
To which she then says,
But I went and ate at his restaurant in Brooklyn.
Okay. Child, you need to figure out why Marlo went.
And everybody thought it was funny, but it's not technically funny. Marlo cannot necessarily be trusted. When I looked up Dennis's net worth, he has about $10 million. That's right up Marlo's alley. So when she was asking about Mark and she had gone to go visit his restaurant, like it's just a staple when you go to New York, she was trying to get into something. I can guarantee you. And we're not done.
This is so juicy.
We're not done. Also, we can't forget this.
Let's talk about John. Ask Nene.
And
Nene and her fell out because she tried to turn
her John into a John.
I want you to look at body language on this one. Look at Porsha's body language and Nene's body language.
John that Nene used to date and tried to get, and got what, $20,000 out of him?
What is that, sweetheart?
Had him at.
Porsha agreed. So Porsha knows what Marlo is capable of and probably does not want that woman doing business with her child's father. Additionally, I know she don't want to do business with Falynn. But in that initial clip that I showed you, this was Nene's face as Marlo was talking about going to Kenya's husband's restaurant. It's body language, guys. People tell you just what you need to know. In my eyes, Marlo is not a trustworthy character. She is out for self. And this was a beef that I had no idea existed, brewed, came to the surface, and now I'm bringing it to you guys. So definitely let me know what you think about that. Is that bad for business? Is that girl code? Like, you tell me, Marlo, because I'm side-eyeing you. Like, Falynn can do whatever she wants because in my eyes, you know, she did take this woman's husband, or she played a role in it, or something was going on. But she's pictured with Claudia. She's hanging out with Marlo. I don't blame Falynn. You know, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. But in terms of Dennis and Marlo, I don't really know what's going on there, and I don't necessarily like it in terms of what it means to Porsha. But guys, put in the comments what you think about this. I have been dropping all kinds of videos, giving you guys behind the scenes tea. Check them out. I will link some of my more recent ones to the end of this video. I did a video live with Jamie, that's me, yesterday, and we really went through the entire Juan Mistress timeline with behind the scenes tea. Trust me, you don't want to miss that one. I will link it. My interview with Tita, which is Mia's nanny and Jacqueline's sister from RHOP. I will link that as well. Put in the comments, because I read these comments. What do you think that's foul, or do you think that, you know, whatever Porsha gets is what Porsha gets? I personally think, Dennis, don't try to bait her into anything like by working with Falynn, and that's all too much. I will see you guys for the next video. Like the video, and this too much. This is too much.